If you're not serious about selling your home, and I mean really serious about the result, then go ahead, scroll on. This is not for you. But if you are, then stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share something that could literally mean the difference between getting what your property is worth and walking away thousands short. Hello, my name is David Jones from Gold Coast Real Estate Agents, and after 20 years in the real estate industry, I've seen the good, the bad, and the utterly avoidable mistakes sellers make. The truth is, selling your home isn't a game of chance, but for most people, it becomes one. Why, you ask? Because they gamble on the wrong advice with the wrong agent. Most sellers don't just wake up one day and suddenly decide to list their home. In fact, Google data suggests the average seller's journey lasts about 14 months. That journey has been broken up into three distinct stages. First of all, the dream stage. This is where a life change is on the horizon. Maybe the family is growing, the kids have left home, or there's a new job in the mix. From there, we go to the research stage, where you're quietly browsing listings, comparing agents, and figuring out what your home might be worth. And then finally, the do stage. This is where you're ready to act, call agents and list your property. Here's the thing. What you do in these early stages matters more than you think. And this is the time to start talking to agents, having conversations and getting a feel for how they operate. Not just picking one when you're under pressure, because unless you're planning to sell the home yourself, and most people don't, then your agent you choose is the biggest influence on your outcome. And this is why agent choice matters so much. Let's be honest. If you could do everything an agent does and achieve the result, then why would you pay one at all? The only reason you hire a professional is because you believe they can get you a better result than you could on your own. But here's the problem. Some agents don't. In fact, I've seen sellers leave between 3 and 10% on the table simply because poor agent selection. That's tens of thousands of dollars gone. Not because the market was bad, not because the process was weak, because the agent was the wrong agent. There's another myth that all agents are the same. People are still treating selling a real estate like it's a retail product, priced by the kilo, square metre or postcode. That could not be further from the truth. Your home is not a commodity. Its value is negotiated, not set. And that makes negotiation the most important thing. And that negotiation is only as strong as the person representing you. And here's the tough truth. All agents are not the same. Choosing someone just because they work for a big brand is like choosing a burger because the wrapper has a logo on it. Do you know that most franchise networks, the signboard may be the same, but the owners, systems, and agents' results are completely different? What big brands won't tell you is they have a KPI culture. In my past, I've worked for 3 of the major franchise brands, and they all had one thing in common, a KPI culture. Yes, we have the Monday or Tuesday meetings. What have you listed this week? How many listings have you got? How many sales have you done? KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator. But in these companies, it means number of deals done and commission earned. GCI, gross commission income. If agents don't hit their targets, they get paid less. Their commission works on a scale depending on how many they sell. So what does that mean for you? You become a number on a spreadsheet, a target to be closed, not a client to be served. If, for better words, you become KPI fodder. It should be CSI, customer satisfaction indicators, but that's not the game they're playing. It gets worse. 95% of agents never pursue any further education in negotiation or marketing. That's right. 2 of the most critical skills in achieving a top result, and most don't bother improving them. It's a sad fact that once you have your license, there is no obligation to go on to further study. Then we go to an area expert. Another common myth, the idea that you need an area expert sounds reassuring, yeah? But here's the truth. Knowing where the local school is, where to get the best cup of coffee, or knowing how much the last house sold for in your street is not going to get you the better result. That's public info. You could Google that in 30 seconds. What you need is someone who's a marketing expert, a negotiating expert, and someone who represents you, not just your postcode. Another myth we're going to bust is buyer databases. You've probably heard this one. We have 5 buyers for your home. Or the classic, we have 6,000 buyers in our database. Look, unless there's a signed contract in front of you that you're willing to accept, you don't have a buyer. And you have an audience, and even that's debatable. Every agent has access to the 2 same powerhouse databases. That is realestate.com and Domain. The difference is how you use them. It's not about having the biggest database. It's about having the best strategy. And here's what we've done about it. Over the last 5 years, I've made it my mission to listen, and I mean really listen, to what buyers and sellers really want. And that's how we built our service at Gold Coast Real Estate Agents. To give you control, confidence, and transparency in the process that feels not like the opposite, so here's what we did. Our guarantees that address the top 3 fears. Fear number 1, what if I choose the wrong agent? And what we got here is a no lock-in guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, we let you walk. You can sack us. You don't have to be tied to us for 90 days. It's not a 90-day trap. We put that in writing. Second, what if the agent disappears after listing? This happens in a lot of big agencies where you've got the big rock star name and all of a sudden you've got the subordinates coming out to do your open homes, or they put their paperwork to offshore VAs. No, we personally guarantee that we will do every step. That's our personal performance guarantee. We also put that in writing. So the agent that you'd hire is the person that defends you, your price, and your property every step of the way. No juniors, no offshore assistants. Okay, what about the next one, the fear number 3? What if the agent overquotes the price that you think you're going to get to win your listing? Our solution is we've got a guarantee in writing. If we don't sell your home within the price range we quoted, don't pay our commission. Simple as that. In writing, signed. We actually give you a written guarantee. We work out based on fair market, and if we don't sell your property for what we say we're going to do, we relieve you of the obligation to pay our commission. What we've got to do now is offer you all the tools, resources, and help that you need. Whether you sell with us or not, I want you to have the tools to make the right decisions. That's why we've built the Complete Sellers Toolbox. It's an online toolkit with links to calculators. And those calculators, we've got mortgage calculators, stamp duty calculators, plus cost of buying and selling calculators, so you can see where you are. Legal and compliance guides. We've got links to smoke alarm policies, pool safety certificates, the new disclosure laws. We've got marketing tips. We've got negotiation insights. We've got agent selection checklists and much, much more. Even a 93-step way to get your house ready for sale. I've also written 2 books. One of them is on negotiation and one of them is on marketing. Now, if we're at a meeting, or if we're at an appraisal or a strategy session, and you decide you want to sell your home yourself, I will give you a copy of those books to help you on your way. They're available on Amazon, by the way. They are published. They are selling. They're real. So if you want a copy of one of those, you just let me know. The final thing is, if you want to progress from here, click the link below. Let us know where to send your Complete Sellers Toolbox to, answer a few questions, and we'll get it to your inbox as quickly as possible. We'll also give you a call to follow up that you've got it. Make sure you understand it. Also, if you prefer a one-on-one chat with myself or one of my team, just let us know. We'd be actually honored to help you. Now, the other thing, if you're an agent, and these ads attract a lot of agents, and you're watching this thinking, wow, I'd like to work somewhere without all the pressure, without the KPIs, where I can serve people. If you think you'd like to work in an environment like that, reach out. We're always looking for good people with good hearts. Thanks for listening.